I'm Madeleine Harvey, and thank you for joining me today at MadeleineHarvey.com. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the break, what it is, why it happens, and what you can do at home to eliminate it. When it comes to the vocal break, this is something that's on everyone's mind, and I totally get it. Nobody wants to feel limited when it comes to their ability to express themselves. We all want to feel that our voice is going to be there for us when we need it the most. So again, in today's video, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be addressing the reasons why the break happens and giving you some exercises that you can do to help eliminate your breaks. Again, take what works for you and then just leave the rest for now. So what is the break? What is it? The vocal break is characterized as an imbalance in coordinations as you sing throughout your range. That's it. Just a place where balance is lost, an adjustment is made, and balance is achieved again. For many people, they experience their break in a variety of different ways because the break is not just one thing. It's a combination of a couple things happening at the same time. Again, we're going to address those things today, but it's important to think of the break as having two different parts to it. One is airflow and the other is musculature. So we're going to talk about both of those things, give you some exercises to do to really strengthen both of those, and then another exercise where you bring both coordinations together. So thank you for joining me today. Let's go ahead and get started. Talking about the first thing, which is airflow. A lot of singers will experience this kind of break if they identify with belting, which is just singing really loudly with an approach to the voice that's very full, very emotional and raw. Usually when singers belt, there is a gradual buildup of air pressure inside of the body. A song begins one way and ends a very different way. Usually the demands of the song and the voice increase as the drama of the song increases. So what is happening on the inside of the body is an imbalance of air pressure. There's the consistency of the column of air gets a little unstable, pressure builds underneath the cords, and eventually it's like water in a dam. That the cords cannot sustain that kind of pressure and they have to break apart. The resulting sound is that break. So what we want to do is train the body how to balance the pressure on the inside of the voice, on the inside of the body at all times. So we're going to move the airflow nice and slow. Go ahead and tuck your chin under to disengage the tongue. Close all the mouth space. And we're going to balance the pressure from beginning all the way to the end as we sigh out a sound. We're going to go, And as you sigh out this sound, really feel your sound becoming engaged all the way from the beginning to the end. Go ahead and try it with me. Good. This allows your muscles to work with the right amount of pressure. It's called air compression. They're working with that right amount of pressure to help balance your voice and control and support all the way through your phrase. So let's go ahead and do a couple of exercises. We're just going to go, and we don't want to just go high note, low note. We want to feel as many different coordinations as we can in between, as many different changes as we can in between. Here we go. Feel that slight lean on the air. Good, just sigh out the sound. Really feel the airflow all the way through. moved rather quickly through that exercise, but it is important to go nice and slow, and it's also important to close your mouth. When you close your mouth, you isolate the muscles that govern the air compression inside of the larynx. So it's really important to go nice and slow, give them the opportunity to feel what it feels like to support a sound very steadily, okay? We don't want uneven blasts of air. When the cords have to contend with uneven blasts of air, they tighten. And that's what happens also, and it feels like yelling. We get a high larynx placement by the end of our song, and that's basically yelling. That's basically yelling. The only difference, here's a little nugget of information, the only difference between belting and yelling is the airflow. So slow the air down, go from high to low, feel the balance of the air in your body as you go all the way through your phrase. Okay, now let's talk about musculature. This is usually characterized as what happens after the break for the airflow. A lot of artists will just kind of hug a certain area of their range because they know where their break is and they want to avoid it at all costs. Usually there's a difference in tone as they approach this new area of their voice. Let me give you an example. If I go, I may have difficulty coordinating those higher pitches, or I might not like the quality of the tone shift and change. That is on musculature. So the best way for us to beef up those interior muscles is to go quickly. So let's make a sound like a child who is not getting their way. And they go, Go ahead and try that. Good. You probably feel a very quick approach to the sound. This allows those muscles to coordinate the sound quickly, but without weight, without strain, without squeeze. So see if you can make a couple of rapid sounds, varying your tones, like Go ahead and try that. Good. Feel that nice in the vocal world. It's called a glottal stop. It's just very quick, and it's just an abrupt closure of the chords to teach the chords how to coordinate that without the weight and without the squeeze. So again, you want to just stay really rapid with that. You don't want to extend it too far out, but if you're noticing that you're working with it and you would like to sustain a sound, try that really funky laugh, like a really high-pitched funky laugh, like Yes, rapidly coordinate your vocal cords and then hold it out. Feel what a really refined chord coordination feels like. Okay, so go ahead and play with that until your heart is content, but keep it rapid, okay? It is very important with playing with musculature and airflow because you'll notice that they're very different exercises, and it's very important to work with both of them as if they are two very different ideas. Even though they are under the umbrella of the break, they're very different ideas. They incorporate different muscles. It's like working out at the gym. You know, if your muscles get used to a certain exercise and you do it over and over and over again, they start getting lazy because they don't have to work so hard. They've already gotten hip to your pattern. So you want to put the voice in constantly shifting scenarios where it always has to adjust itself. This will keep the muscles in the voice very strong because you're approaching them from many different angles. You're giving the voice many different situations to play with, okay? This will, again, keep your voice adaptable, changeable, and flexible, but also strong at the same time. So now let's put the two different coordinations together. Very important. I love this exercise. So we're going to glue your singing to your speaking. It should feel like, ah. Okay, we're addressing airflow in the beginning, and then we're adding speech musculature at the very end as a finishing effect. We're taking both of those coordinations and we're bringing them closer together. So one more time, we're going to go, ah. Do you hear the different coordinations? Good, good, good. you don't have to be loud on this exercise. Feel what feels right to you. If you need a lot of air to coordinate a sound, you're using force and you're using too much air pressure. So keep it at a medium level volume. Ah, ah, and see if you can bring both of those coordinations together. Let's do a couple together here. Starting right here. Ah. Feel the airflow first, and then add speech at the end. Ah. Going down. Good, just sigh out evenly. Good. Well done today. Just to recap, you know, the break, there's two very, very big elements, airflow and musculature. When you're working with airflow, it's best to just close the mouth and sigh high to low, nice and slow. High to low, nice and slow. I like that. Really feel the balance of the air support or air pressure from beginning all the way to the end. And then the second one, musculature, you just want to laugh at a high pitch or at any pitch really, but feel that nice, abrupt, quick coordination without the strain, without the weight, and without the squeeze. When you're ready to put the two together, sigh again and then add the speech at the end as a finishing effect. The more you work with that, the less you will feel that there is a difference in quality, because it really will glue your singing to your speaking, okay? Again, vary your workouts, okay? Don't just do one thing. Vary your workouts, keep your muscles working, keep them learning, keep them adjusting. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to check back at MadeleineHarvey.com for weekly singing tips and weekly blog videos. I would love to see you and hear your comments. If you have a particular question that you would like for me to answer in a blog video, please feel free to contact me. I'd love to see you. I can't wait to see you and hear you sing.